episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Turn thing.
Hey! Good afternoon, everybody.
There it is.
I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Z Garcia. What's happening?
I'm Mike Delicio.
Oh, is this our musical episode of Crowdsurfing?
Yes, it is.
I like
Sing again.
He opens his beak, sounds come out, the internet comes crashing down. It's Delicio.
Breaking the internet.
Delicio.
You guys can be heard now.
Oh, we can?
Breaking the internet.
Delicio.
Breaking the
All right, everybody. No.
It's all falling apart.
Turn that off. I don't need to hear that twice.
All right. Well, look. These things happen, right?
Yeah, we actually, so just to give you guys a little cool what's behind the scenes, we got a brand new computer that we are setting up for use for Summer Spectacular.
Yes.
And apparently we are breaking it in today.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know, just something went wrong. Who knows what happened? We are definitely 100% though, not blaming Comcast. Instead,
Yeah.
we're blaming...
It was me. I sang. I told you, this is what happens when I sing. Bad things happen. Bad
ever do it
things
again.
happen.
Again,
You're like a gremlin with your vocal cords.
you may sing
Figure what back
for the
then.
rest of your 40s.
Ah. Not much longer.
A week. A week, and then all those jokes we make about Mike being old will be true.
Will become true, yes.
No, you're not old at 50. As soon as you're 50, 50 is no longer old.
That's
That's how
right.
that works.
But we're not 50, so we can say he's old.
I refuse to be mean to Mike Delicio.
All right. Folks, this is a show about Kickstarter projects. We're going to talk about stuff ending in the next 7 or 8 days on Kickstarter and GameFound.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly about board gaming projects, but sometimes not. If you find something interesting that's not board gaming related, because I do find those, you can email me at tom@dicetower.com. So let's stop goofing off here. Let's jump to the first Kickstarter project of the week.
Here we go.
Let's see if that actually.
Let's find out, maybe.
Here we go. We'll see.
Why? I'm hoping.
I don't know. I doubt it. Look at this. A frame is up. A thing is
looky
happening.
there.
Something's happening there.
Uh-huh.
Now we're changing it to the
Whereas if you bring it.
blam.
Look at
That's us.
Look at this.
That's me right there.
Hi! All right, so here we
Yeah.
go. Cutthroat Cove, Pieces of 8. A quick card game for scalawags, scoundrels, and swashbucklers. And then they ran out of...
Yeah.
Pirating.
Synonyms for
alliterations.
pirates.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Well,
I mean, it's a micro
it's actually
game,
doing pretty
basically,
well.
right?
It's $15,000.
Yeah.
Is it a micro game? It looks like there's more than a few
No,
cards.
it's a box of cards. That's not micro.
Well, how many
36 cards.
Well, yeah, but that to me is a micro game. 36
Micro game,
cards?
18 cards or less.
Come on. Don't get caught up with these labels, Tom. This is a micro game.
You got to say it right. Don't get caught up in the details. Yeah, that's
you're right.
it.
This is probably not exactly. I think of it
This
as
is what's called a micro game plus. Everybody
That's
knows
right.
that.
Yes, it's a small little game. It looks like there's, as Z was mentioning earlier, there's quite a few take that type games this
Yes.
week, and this certainly, at least, I don't love take that games, but it does seem like the theme on this is at least, in a pirate type game, I kind of expect that a little bit.
I guess I saw some of their gameplay videos. The way like sort of what's happening in it.
Yeah.
I wasn't loving it. This
No.
idea of like play a card, steal all your cards, so they're now my cards. So you play a card, you get to take one from my hand. Then I play a different card, and now we switch just one. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it seems like there are certain games where at the end of the game you really feel like you had almost zero agency
Yeah.
on whether you won or lost.
I just feel like I'm watching a monkey roll buckets of dice or something.
Moving on to
can we do that?
HEXano. All right, so here's the thing about HEXano. It has a kind of a cool look to it.
Yeah,
But when I
like
went
an
through the rules, I was
isometric.
like, wow, I have seen this before. Not at this maybe exact thing, but it's
Right.
play cards that match, and you're trying to form hexes of your own color.
Correct.
100% these games already exist.
Yeah.
2-player versions and 3 players
Yeah.
with squares. Sometimes you're making a line. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind the idea of this, but
it doesn't seem terribly original, and I think it's interesting they're marketing it almost as a jigsaw puzzle or something. Don't they call it a puzzle at the top, or am I wrong?
It's a competitive jigsaw game. But first of all, unless this is cut with a jigsaw, I'm going to call foul.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a jigsaw puzzle to me.
It doesn't look like a jigsaw puzzle. Then you might, a jigsaw puzzle is actually fine, but
I'm getting Qbert vibes. I don't know what that meant, but like the game.
I liked it, whatever it was. I agree. It seems it's a cool looking thing in search of game rules.
Yeah,
that's how it came across to me. Like having your own color and then trying to get rid of that. That's sort of like the first idea anybody has when you look at this. Like, make pink spaces. Right. You're pink, and then you win.
These games are always the same, though.
Then what? Like, come up with something more interesting.
It's not fun when you get colors that don't match yours, so you got to put out the tile somewhere. All right, come on, moving on.
All right.
We'll find something good.
Will we?
Pisces. High stakes.
Pieces.
I thought it was Pisces.
Actually, how do you pronounce it? I don't know.
Pisces is correct.
You were correct.
I'm a complex now because I mispronounce everything.
Pisces, yeah.
Sing to him, Mike. Sing to him.
It's not unusual. Huh?
You promised you
Chris wanted me to do a Tom Jones there, so I did. Chris is cheering in the other room.
I love it too.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Pisces is a high stakes fishing competition. I like the way this one looks.
Yeah, I like the look of the board there. For some reason, that's appealing to me. Kind of this, little branches off. It is interesting.
Looks identical to the. What is that war?
Revolution?
No, that big economic game.
Oh, yes, but I don't know what it's called.
What are we talking about here?
From what's that company?
Yeah, no one's ever gonna.
Yeah, you guys are not gonna know what this game is, but we both know it, and it looks identical. I'm gonna find it.
All right,
it's not unusual to not have my telephone.
Well, you're not gonna look it up. Okay. A couple of doctors, I guess, are involved in the making of this, so they're definitely leaning into the...
Do you have to be a doctor to make a game about fish?
Yes,
you have to
fish doctor.
You have to be a professional... Is it an ichthyologist?
It's a fish whisperer.
Or no,
sure.
Ichthyologist, is that fish?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fish, right?
I
Ornithologist is a
gotta
bird.
say,
Those
though,
are birds, yes.
Ichthyologist.
I don't care. I don't care if you're a fish scientist. Is it a fun game? It looks like a fun game.
What's it matter? It was made by fish scientists.
I'm telling you, fish scientists are involved. I don't care about the gameplay. I'm in 100%.
I agree.
All right, more
I
importantly...
want to watch them design this
more importantly,
while I eat caviar in front of them.
I like the art.
Oh!
You like that artwork?
And I'm out. And
I take back everything good I said about this game.
Yeah, apparently Stephen Bond.
Does he not have his thing at a smaller size?
It's like, here, I'm going to give you a logo. It's going to be gigantic, and you've got no way to shrink it. Yeah,
all right, let's get off that nonsense.
I think this one looks maybe a little too educational to be that fun. To me, I'm on that side of it.
I think it's neat that they're
I'd rather be educational than take that.
Yeah, I agree. And they're partnering up with the Boys and Girls Club, and that's a neat idea.
Yes. I agree. This seems like a museum game, and that's cool.
Yeah, well, and we're going to have a real museum game coming up soon.
I'm a little hungry for mahi-mahi right now.
That's the wrong message to be getting from this. Somebody is looking for something, and they did the whole...
What is happening? The whole world is falling apart.
It's not me.
I think your suspenders are ringing, Tom.
No, it wasn't me.
It's definitely not me. All right, who knows? Who knows? Just random pinging is going on.
Let's move on here. Pot-YUCK, the card game.
Mm-hmm.
So were we talking recently about like potluck as a thing of the past? Was that you? No, sorry. Last night I was having a church meeting, and we were talking about how potlucks are the domain of older people. Like younger people are not so keen on the whole potluck casserole thing.
Well, this is good. I'm feeling like a youngster now then. Only old people say youngster, by the way, because I'm not a potluck guy.
Right.
I am not a potluck.
I like potluck. The problem is that I would prefer to know what the things are.
If you don't know, by the way, what a potluck is, which is possible.
Yeah.
This is where people come together and they each bring a dish, something homemade usually. But you can do whatever, and then you all share that food that you brought. Correct. Mike refuses to partake.
I do. I would like to inspect the kitchen of everybody who's involved in the potluck beforehand
Wow,
to make
you are
sure that
really-
I feel comfortable
Oh, my word.
with what they're serving me.
Never invite Mike
I don't
over for
understand-
dinner.
Look, I can't trust that everyone is going to be held to the same exacting
What
standards
are you, a
that I
health
do in the
inspector?
kitchen.
Anyhow,
I
like-
am an ichthyologist.
We do a potluck here for our game days of finger foods, which
Yeah.
works really well, but that's
Right.
not really a
You
potluck.
don't cook that,
Right,
right?
usually you bring in something that other
The problem with
people do.
potlucks is each person who comes, somebody has told them that's your dish. And so they bring the same thing every single time, and I never know what it is. I'm like, it looks okay.
What are your thoughts on chili cook-off things where people bring
Those are
different
amazing.
chilies? Really?
Chilies are amazing. Oh, I eat chili all day long. You just need to. Anyway, so this is about mixing foods that are bad.
Yes.
All right.
The
This
whole
is
idea.
definitely.
Oh, Pot-YUCK.
This is definitely a Kickstarter project in the sense of this is a young lady who's bringing this here,
Yeah.
bringing it out,
Right.
making her own project here.
Very indie, very small. I like that about it. It comes
right.
from a very honest place of, yeah, she came up with an idea, wanted to put a game together, did so over, she says in the video, 15 months
15
or something
months, I
like
think,
that.
yeah.
And now it's coming to Kickstarter. I respect that.
Sure.
I don't think the game looks that interesting to me.
Right.
But
All right, let's-
I don't think I'm
let
the
me give
target
you the
audience.
food here, Mike. I'm going to
All
try
right,
to get
here we
food,
go.
Mike. Okay.
Hit me with it.
We're going to start with some cabbage.
Okay, raw or cooked? Because raw,
I'm not
into,
there yet.
Cooked, I
The
don't like.
spices is dill. I'm going to put dill and
Dill
cabbage.
and cabbage. Okay.
We're going to boil the cabbage because we all know boiled cabbage is the best.
the worst.
We're going to use the broom of doom.
Sure.
Well, I don't know what that is.
And we're going to make this a cabbage burger.
That's
Cabbage
not that
burger?
bad.
No, boiled cabbage is the worst.
Boiled cabbage is awful. I can now.
Is the boiled cabbage the bread part?
And then I'm
or
going to
the
add a little
filling?
bit of crunch cereal.
Oh.
And there you go. I'm trying to make a bad food here, by
Yeah,
the way.
That was
This is-
not
that
that.
was
You're
not
a
very-
good cook because that wasn't that
That
terrible.
was.
You would not have a. You would eat a boiled cabbage dill, a
That you
boiled dill
made?
cabbage.
I wouldn't eat anything you made.
Actually, I thought you were about to go nice with that statement. You'd be like, well, if you made it, it would be good.
Oh no, you. It's not unusual. No, you're definitely wrong.
Yeah. No. Yeah. This
Seems
is
like a cute
Yeah.
gift for someone who is a chef, or perhaps, or
Sure.
someone who who likes cooking, whatever.
Right.
As a cute little card game.
Yeah, it's kind of. I feel like it's in that one of those lines of those kind of judging type games, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of those.
The idea of putting food together and making bad combos, I find to be hilarious.
yeah, it's a
That's
cute
something
idea.
to talk
It's
about.
a cute idea. I mean, it could be a lot worse. We've seen a lot worse.
This one's doing
yes.
really well. Fossil Canyon.
This
Canyon.
is the
Canyon.
museum game I was talking about.
Oh,
This is actually done
yes, that's
with the Field
right.
Museum in Chicago, which is cool. I love that museum.
Are there any fish scientists?
there-
Well, I'll
involved
tell you
in
what,
this?
though.
This is lousy with ichthyologists, this game. What?
If you show me that box that is this a museum game, I'd be 100% yes.
Yes, it
That
is.
is such a museum
That definitely
cover.
looks like
My
something-
word.
Right, that's next to the astronaut ice cream and stuff.
Now I do
too.
like this rainbow of colors. The cards, I think that's neat.
I
They have a
kinda
lot of
like the
stats
look.
on them. I don't know if the game is good, but that's fun. I also like this. The different.
Yeah, it's a set collection game. It looks like it's very simple. It looks like they are going for a
Also
welcoming
museum.
game. The one thing I think is kind of cute is that, a lot of times in these kind of games where you play as paleontologists, there's some type of a digging type of mechanic. Here, they basically look like they just put the cards all face down, kind of spread out on the table, and you're kind of digging through the pile.
Right.
That's cute,
I like how this one looks.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't know.
I'll play it. All right. Six Siege. Now, if you just told me the name of this game and said, what's it about, I'd say, I guess it's a cooperative defense game.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I mean,
I
obviously-
wouldn't know any. Six Siege.
Now,
About a siege.
If you said Rainbow Six, then now I'm more aware.
Very confused.
Hmm.
Are they not legally allowed to call this Rainbow Six?
well, it has the
no,
word Rainbow
it
Six
does.
in the subtitle.
I believe that the newest video game in the Rainbow Six line is called Six Siege.
Okay,
or
well, then
Six.
there you go, I guess.
I think it's tying into the most recent iteration of the Rainbow Six board game, which are basically they have some stealth elements to them. They remind me a little bit of XCOM, but more actiony than XCOM, I think. At least
I'll tell
the
you
ones I've
this.
played, there's tons of them.
Of all the big companies,
Mm-hmm.
I believe Mythic makes the best trailers. There's
Oh,
something.
man,
good.
There's
so
something
good.
about seeing. They do this every time. They show the actual person change into a miniature.
Right.
And then, so
It's
it's
a
like
neat
showing
idea.
the gameplay and the action. I suspect the gameplay. I mean, this trailer is like super exciting. They're jumping
it's
around,
so
and,
nuts,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I bet you the game's slower than that. It doesn't feel like it's a
It
game
has
where you're
to
just
be.
like, rah, rah, rah.
There's no way for it to be that
Unless
fast.
it's
yeah.
like a Project Elite real-time dice rolling
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to be slower, you know? Yeah, I don't know. This is one that I don't have a huge connection to the IP. I've played a few, maybe 2 or 3 of the Rainbow Six games over the years. This looks like it's I think you can play up to 4, but it's team-based. I think it's probably meant to be a 1v1
Team-based is
game.
interesting. There's not many games that are team-based
Yeah.
like this.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the minis look really good. The quality of the components are probably going to be
I
fine.
like that these rings have the names on them.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
I see a line of sight ruler though, and that makes me less interested. I don't love that, but
Yeah, this seems to be skirting the line between
miniatures.
like sort of free form games and then structured miniature games.
Yeah.
With spaces that are predefined and it doesn't matter where you are in there. This seems to be leaning a little bit on that miniatures thing.
Yeah,
where you
it
like
does.
you kind of I don't know if there's measuring exactly.
I don't know, yeah.
But I don't know. I got that feeling from it, like,
Right.
oh, this is a minis game.
Some people in the comments here are saying that there are some real-time elements to it, but they're optional. So
Okay.
maybe that'll give it more of a. Now I don't love real-time generally, but
Right.
if it's optional, who knows?
I'm not interested in this because it's a big,
Yeah.
epic, involved game, and for me to get into those games, then the thematic hook has to be there. I can put up with a boring throwaway theme
Yeah.
in a 30-minute Euro game, which is like whatever, I learn the
Sure.
mechanisms, play it. If I'm going to get into something like this, the hook has to be there. There has to be a theme that I'm like captivated by, right? I'm not. I don't care about the Rainbow Six theme.
Have
I
you
think
played
it's cool.
Any of these, Tom? I know you like XCOM. Have you played any of the Rainbow Six games?
No, I haven't. I just never got into Rainbow Six. I mean, it was out when I was in college. I remember people going crazy over
Yeah.
it, and it just never crossed. I just
not-
wasn't interested in it.
I'm not big on the military shooters.
Though I don't
like
shooters.
sci-fi stuff.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
just sort of silly over the top sci-fi,
Sure,
but
sure.
they're really realistic, and they keep going more and more realistic.
Right.
I'm
They-
not a big fan.
Yeah, they definitely.
I do like
can.
these miniatures though. They're great. The
I
components
do.
for this look fantastic.
And I'm with you. I do like those kind of rings that go around them. That's
The
kind
fact
of
that they say the name is so cool.
yeah,
That's
it's pretty slick.
that seems neat.
All right, well, that's the biggest Kickstarter of the week, or one of the biggest.
Yep.
All right, Veggies Series, the Onion Deck playing card. I just like these because they look like onions.
They do look
This
like
is such a
onions,
you
yes.
project.
This
Tom.
definitely is. I was amused by the fact that the box looks like an onion. The cards themselves have onions hidden
They
in the
do have onions
background
there, yeah.
and other hidden events. How do I
Are
know
they
there's
scratch and sniff?
How do I know there's other hidden stuff?
Well, these are thematic because these cards are making me cry, Tom. I got to tell you, this is.
I'm
not
still
a huge
confused
fan.
by this. You were showing me this here, so
Yeah, I'm like, what are they pointing out? They're like, oh,
Right.
hidden details.
Oh, look, it's a hand.
Where? What are you talking about?
so they changed his mustache.
Uh
They
Now it's
changed
made from the
her
skin of an onion.
nose,
huh.
and like the one guy's a thumb pointing up instead of. I don't get why they changed these. Is this like I'm pointing again? I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
You're right.
This guy's thumbs up.
Whoa!
Get Nick Cage in here. I bet this is the first clue to
I'm
finding.
very confused by these.
Yeah, I don't quite get all of this.
Like if they were showing hidden onions all over these, I'd be
Sure.
like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't get it. Are
All
they?
these people, that's how they looked on top. Then they ate an onion, and now that's what they look like on the bottom.
For a thing that's about onions, these are woefully bereft of onions, I would say.
The Joker's an onion.
The Joker is an
That's
onion.
very cute. I like
Yeah.
that artwork. I think they could have gone more in with the onion.
More in
silly.
on onions.
All right, let's take a look at an actual good card project here. I can't pronounce this. Akheton playing
Akheton.
cards.
Akheton?
I
Akheton.
would say Akheton.
Futuristic Egyptian.
So do you like that combo? Because like Lords of Hellas was like a mixture of Greek and futuristic.
I didn't hate that.
Right?
I
kinda
actually
liked
like
that. But
I like this cool looking weird style. It's like
Yeah.
it's like cyberpunk Egyptian.
this is a little busy for me personally. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy these. I think
Yeah.
they look like that one there that Knum. I have to like really look at it to see where it's even the picture is.
That's my issue. Actually, stay on that one for a second. Yeah, my problem is I like the theme here, like kind of the trappings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you guys. It takes me a while just to realize, like, oh, that's his face in there, and he's got two like little shoulder-mounted booster things. I don't love that artwork.
I think the art's fine, but they're like, it's like it's inked badly.
Right.
Maybe
It doesn't pop, right? It looks
Yeah,
like it's just all
there's
kinds of
something
melted
It looks
together.
a little better on the black art. It doesn't look good with the black.
No.
But if you take the black away, it's a little easier to see.
A little bit.
Yeah, I
But
like
again,
the line work of their logo, of their pips. Very elegant, very clean. But then the illustration of the chord card seems to clash with that
They're a
style.
little muddy, yeah, like they're just flat. They
There's
don't-
something else too. It's like a different vibe.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem cohesive to me.
Yeah,
Look at these.
Those look great.
Those don't fit the same
They don't.
style. Look at those aces.
But I like them.
I love this. And I think the chord cards don't match it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The back, the aces, that logo.
Yeah.
And then you look at that, and it's like, oh, that's a different
I
style.
tell you, that would be a much better illustration if that was an onion on the top of the
I'm
head.
telling you.
That would have been
crossover event. The Onion Cinematic Universe.
That's right.
All right. Speaking of the Onion Cinematic Universe,
Yes.
Power Rangers, Heroes of the Grid, Rangers United. That's a
That's
a
quite
name.
a mouthful. Yes, that's a mouthful.
So this is I think this is the third Kickstarter now that Renegade has
believe
done
that's
in this
correct.
project. I've not played, although I see there's a Hasbro logo slapped on there.
Yeah, no, Hasbro has licensed this for sure.
I played the original one. I thought it was a decent co-op game. I think you would like a lot more if you like the Power Rangers,
Sure.
which I actively don't. Not that I.
For the Power Rangers.
I know that I'm a big fan of cheese, but it's a level of cheese I just can't get into.
Cheese? What about cheese?
Have you seen the show? There's a piece of Swiss cheese over the credits.
I got you on this one, Tom. This show was never.
All right.
I get that people
Great.
like it, and I
Sure.
also grew up before it came out. Maybe if I had the nostalgia for it.
There you
I
go.
also, to me, I want a game that keeps giving me new characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Not the same
The
five
same five,
over and over and
different
over.
poses.
Let me look here.
Yeah, but they are different people sometimes, right?
But you can't.
Well,
you
sure, but
wouldn't
they're
know that.
like, do you want to play with the Red Ranger?
Or the Red
Or
Ranger.
the Red Ranger. Well, this one comes with Purple and Green Ranger.
Yeah, I guess my issue with this is that I believe this is 4 expansions, and I think to get all 4, you're looking at a tremendous amount of money for all 4 of these expansions.
Yeah, if you're new to this,
Well, that's if you're new.
I like
That's
this. The new to the party starter
Right.
bundle, $300.
But that gets you what you had before. Go to just what's offered here. Just what's offered here is $185.
That is a lot. Now, I'm not like I
go.
said. I thought the game is good.
Yeah.
Not great, but good. And if you like Power Rangers, fantastic. This is all the content, and you think my complaints about playing the Red Ranger 6 different ways are silly. I get
yeah,
that.
sure.
But that's
You like
my.
the game, fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's your typical.
Do you think it warrants
You
all
have your
of
little
this
deck of
stuff?
cards, and you play as. I thought there was a lot of stuff with just what I got.
Yeah.
Like I got the base game and the expansions,
Sure.
basically the size of this here, and I already had I think 2 or 3 of each ranger.
Wow.
Lots of different enemies, a few bad guys.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of switching in and out.
Were there any onions?
No.
Is there an onion expansion in this?
Let's make it happen. Ooh.
The last year of Carbon, the board game. 4 energy companies must work together to power the world while competing to be the Carbon successor. That is a terrible opening picture,
That
by the
image
way.
is not doing anything
That
yet.
is
I don't know
not-
what's
not
what's
helping.
happening.
I mean, here's the thing. That looks pretty good.
Nope.
Comparatively. No, that looks better than
It
that.
looks better than that
Nope.
for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
disagree.
this is kind of going down that CO2 road in a number of different ways. Not only thematically, obviously, but also this idea that you can have one person win or everybody loses type of a thing. If you get to the
Right.
point where there's not enough carbon to cover the energy needs, then everybody loses. So I don't know how well that type of a thing works. I think it's a little bit of a potentially fragile game system. I don't know about this specifically.
Right.
But I think that it lends itself to that type of a thing. I don't know.
I do worry they say that our gameplay is 95% developed.
Right.
Perhaps you should come in with 100%
Maybe
developed
100%,
game.
yeah.
Would you rather they lie to you, though, and say
Yeah.
it's 100% developed?
No, I'd rather them wait till it's 100% developed than put it on
I'm
Kickstarter.
just saying, I appreciate the honesty, at least.
All right.
Yeah, this
Doesn't look interesting to
No.
me, but the sort of, again, I think anything that feels educational, it feels like it's packing a message, requires such a light touch for me personally to go,
Yeah.
yes. Like Endangered,
Right.
I think threads that needle for me.
I agree.
It's a game. Are animals endangered? Yes. Is the game about that? Yes.
It's also
kind
a really
of,
good
you know what I
co-op
mean?
game, yeah.
So this one, with that look, and with, I don't know, it looks too it looks too dry for me. It just, I don't know. I'm not interested.
All right, well, Billy Bob here has a sale going on. The Big Game Night AEG. Get it now, $40.
Ding, 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 ding. Definitely
Our
has.
prize is crazy.
Woo!
Here's the
Yes.
thing. I mean, I like AEG. I like their games. That 10 game is quite a good game. It's made by the same people who made Points Out.
Yes.
I really get a kick out of this particular graphic because it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
looks like the guy ringing the bell. Come on
It
over!
definitely does. It definitely does.
It's-
But for people that aren't aware, this Big Game Night is something that AEG has done at least at Gen Con for, what, 6 years now? 7 years?
It's been up.
done
It's
it for a
been many
while.
years.
Yeah, and it's kind of an event that they throw, and it's a ticketed event, and people go, and they, usually introduce at least one new big game that's kind of premiered there, right?
They're splashing my seal of excellence out of
And I
everything.
think because maybe, Gen Con is a scaled back event, they're trying to kind of replicate that. So it's an interesting idea.
So Whirling Witchcraft, we're playing live actually next week
Yeah.
on our Summer Spectacular, so you can see that. And 10, I'll review probably a couple weeks after that. But I'll just tell you right now, I found it to be an enjoyable game. It's those guys who make Points Out, that design team.
Yeah.
They're just on fire. I like their stuff. So, yeah, I think this is actually a pretty good deal. You're getting 2 games and an expansion
Yeah.
for $40.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
It is.
It's a good
Also,
price.
you're getting it. What's the date here?
August.
August.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But
You're
they're
basically-
printing these very quickly because they definitely aren't. This is not a pre-order. They're
Yeah.
They're making these with the money you're giving them. Have no fear. Kickstarter is listening.
Yeah.
all right, let's go back to playing cards. But Z added this project.
Yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, you know why? Because these look good.
Yeah. this is-
Galaxia.
It's
Playing
Sounds
cards.
onion.
No onions, though. Yeah.
Well,
but
that
even without
guy looks kind of like an onion.
That's not an onion,
No.
okay? That's a space carrot.
Man, the art on this is really. I really like this kind of retro space vibe.
Yeah,
It's neat. It
yeah,
really
the
is neat.
retro, Art Deco, whatever it is.
I
you
have
know,
one
retro
problem with
50s.
the art here.
Okay, what is it?
Let's hear it.
It looks like they use the same template per character.
Yes.
Like,
Gives it a cohesive look, though.
every guy has the same lines on their build. The women also have the exact same body build.
What about Mr. T there? He looks different.
That's true. That guy looks a little different. I don't
They
know.
are using
You know,
like
this,
us.
Yeah, they
This
are.
looks like I went to an old 90s computer game and pressed the randomize my character button, and it was like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm playing a male character. So I switch it, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I don't like that one. And I keep pressing it until I got one. I'm like, I guess I'll take that
No,
one.
keep scrolling though. I think these
I
are
like
really
it. I
nice.
like
Oh,
it.
the
looking
boxes are great. I'm just making fun of that
games.
art.
Yeah. But,
So
I mean,
Look at how
like
like
really
see
nice.
this is the exact opposite of that other one where we're talking about they're busy
right.
and sort of muddy a little bit.
Yeah, I think
this
that's
is so clean. I
Really.
love how clean these look.
So you said you're thinking about backing this?
I did back this.
So which deck did you pick here of the 3?
all 3, baby.
I got the
All
first.
in.
I got the first 2 they talk about. So it's it's the Promessa and Altezza.
Really? Because I like the yellow one the best,
But
actually.
you need to get it and complete the cycle.
And then if me and Z push the decks together, they become one big
They
deck.
become one
Voltron.
Voltron to deck.
Yeah, I got
Look
the.
at that ace.
That ace is amazing.
That is awesome.
That is a really
I'm
good
sorry,
ace.
this
Yeah.
looks so good.
Do they show the other aces in here?
They have one more for the one where they're
like the
on the
Jack,
planet, which is that one.
Yeah, that's so slick.
That's good. I like the first one better.
Yeah, they have like a little story for each of the
Yeah,
decks actually, and
right.
the characters. I liked the court. I liked all the cards they showed for the other two decks more, and I didn't want to spend that much money on this, so I just got the other two.
All right.
Yeah, those
Actually,
are nice.
the one I didn't get is like the limited super fancy collectors, that yellow one. I'm like, nah, I like the other two a little bit better.
How much is that limited yellow one? Because I might get it.
Probably 20 or 18 or I don't know. It's keep going.
Oh, that's $58.
Yeah, but that's several.
That's for all three, right?
That's all three right there.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
back.
All three is that trident there.
That's
58
two of them.
That's one.
That's just one of them.
I don't think you can
And
get
that's
the
one.
one by itself. They got the Promessa, the
probably- yeah,
Altezza,
I bet they put it-
and if you want that third one, you got to get all
gotta
three.
get in the trident.
The Prima.
That's why you
or
didn't do it, probably.
What is it? Domina.
Yeah. I don't think that's bad for,
Yeah,
There
so
were three
that
really
one's a
nice decks
little
of
bit
cards.
more because I got the other two for like $24.
All right. Nobel Run, a deck building game about research and science.
Nobel.
Did I say Noble?
You said Noble. Yeah, Nobel.
Sorry,
definitely
Nobel.
Noble.
I know. I just okay. You said you like this artwork a lot.
I love the
I
art on
like this artwork a lot. I think it is very modern, very charming.
Yes.
It straddles the line between flat artwork and 3D very well.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is the most. It's so gorgeous, cohesive, warm. This is kind of artwork that a big company right now would seek, like an Amazon or a
Absolutely.
Google. This is very new.
And you remember a moment ago when you were talking about if a game is going to be going in kind of a little bit of an educational angle, it should look like there's a fun game. This is a really good example of that.
Yeah.
Because this is definitely going for that kind of a little bit anyway of going into this idea of building up a resume to become a Nobel Prize winner.
Sure, right.
And it looks really, really cute. It actually looks like the game could be pretty fun for a nice little welcoming game too. I'm
This is one that I'm going to look into a little bit more
Yeah.
because I'm not that. I might back this.
yeah, this is a really
I
neat
back
looking
very
game.
few things if you're not aware, but Nobel Prize here.
The price is great too. $18, I think.
The price is 18.
I believe so. Yeah.
It's Nobel Price.
It's Nobel priced. Yeah, no, I really I'm pretty happy with the look of this.
Man, I really feel like I've seen this game before.
Get out of here.
What?
No, not the artwork, but the way the game plays. I feel like I've seen it
Well,
before.
check what
This
else
is a
is there?
reworking of a game called Race for the Galaxy.
No, maybe just me. Interesting. All
It
right.
looks so cute. That
Yeah.
one looks really, really neat.
It looks nice. I'm pretty. Oh my goodness.
All right, would you like to make your own dice?
No, I would not.
Do you want to cut
Rhetorical
your
question
fingers?
did not require a response, Michael.
Do you want to slash your
Now let me ask you
pages?
this, Tom. Have you ever put together one of these little metal puzzles before?
Yes.
They are exercises in absolute frustration.
Ask me if I've done two.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
after the first one, I swore I would never buy one again.
my
You
young-
need to use like a tiny little pliers, or else.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my youngest son saw one of these at a game store.
Yes, that's where I got one
Yeah,
too.
and he was like, "Oh, this is all excited." Took it home. He, of course, wanted nothing to do with putting it together.
Right.
So I sat there and tried to put this thing together. And
What was it?
I'm trying to remember what it was. It was maybe a spaceship.
Triceratops.
or
I got-
a space shuttle. It was a space
I
shuttle.
got the
think.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, it was so fiddly and hard, and like you see, it cuts up your fingers and.
Yeah,
this looks
might
dumb.
be a
I
fun.
don't
No, but this I could see some people liking this if you
No.
wanted to build. No,
They're too light. I mean, you're not going to be able to roll these things.
I think it's just so that you can say I built these dice.
I guess. I don't know.
We built
Didn't
these
it?
dice.
You folded the. Oh, whatever.
We built these dice.
Yeah, these are. This looks silly.
It's. I mean,
I
look,
would love to. I would love to for somebody to innovate a die or maybe a set of dies that somehow can flatten.
Yeah, that would be slick.
You can
right?
put them in a wallet or something, and then when you bust them out of them, maybe it's like two plastic halves or
well,
something.
let's see
When
what
they
else
like do
these
this, they
people have
can.
made.
I mean,
Yeah.
call me on that one if you're a beast engineer who might win the Nobel Prize.
Before they made dice, you could draw.
Of course.
They've done foldable metal dice before.
love
they
folding
did
stuff.
They did a D20 before. Oh, we looked at that one, that rolling one. We've already we covered that.
Oh, that's
Remember
cool.
that?
Yeah, that mouse
I
wheel
actually
thing.
liked that one a
That's
little bit.
neat.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I like that one.
Peak Oil Profiteer. I just talked about Peak Oil.
There's-
It's in the library, and I still haven't played it.
There's
played
such
it.
a theme to all these
Yeah,
games
right.
today. Environmental stuff,
Yeah.
educational stuff.
Well, this one is the opposite of the environmental
Yeah.
Well,
one.
but like
It-
it's all
but
about
it is
these
about that.
topics.
and it's
it
very
seems.
tongue in cheek. It's not. Yeah, I will tell you, I
You found a hidden
am a
theme. Here's
huge.
$5.
I'm a huge.
You owe me $4. I'm sorry, Mike, to cut you off. Where's my $4 at?
I just want to know what's going on over here. I'm
This is from the
interested in what's
Q&A,
happening.
actually.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you $1.
Okay, I'll take it.
I get 3. Go
I'm
ahead,
a huge
Mike.
fan of this art direction. This artist who's done a number. He's done a number of these games. I really like this.
Well, Two Tomatoes games look pretty good.
Yeah. It's Heiko. Is that his name?
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, I've played Peak Oil. I actually backed Peak Oil.
Okay.
And yeah, the Heart by Heiko.
Do you like it, Peak Oil?
I like it. I didn't love it. I didn't like it enough to keep it.
It
I
peaked,
think
and
that I played it at a lower player count, and I felt like it would have been better with more players. I never could get enough players to the table. I felt like it would be at its best. But I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued by this because I liked
This
the
game's
first one
got
enough.
teeth. I like that's a good quote.
Yep. I
Like
will say,
Power Grid
yeah,
Mission Red Planet had a beautiful corrupt baby.
Yeah, Peak Oil was a very interactive game.
That's a good quote.
Yeah.
People need to use. I need to write quotes like that.
I just love the graphic design of,
I like your
of
quotes,
these
Tom.
projects.
Shut up.
This game was good, and I liked it because it's good.
It's uniquely good.
All right. Arkham Archives. Very easy to mess that name up. The
Arkham
complete
Archives.
collection. So this is not quite a board game.
It's more like a book.
It's like a
right?
big choose your own adventure for people.
So I didn't look into it enough to know, but it looks like you just get a regular standard deck of cards for all of these. Is that the impression you guys got? Like they're books, and you always use a deck of cards.
Yeah, I don't know.
See,
I am
think
concerned
so,
about
yeah,
this
like-
line that they have here.
What does it say?
It says different mechanics allow you to experience the pressure each of the protagonists feels on herself or himself. Physical pain, time, ammunitions, and much more. I don't want to feel physical pain from a game.
What kind of pain do you want to feel from a game?
Come on, Tom. If
Well,
you don't
none,
have physical
actually.
There you
pain
go.
in a game, then what are you doing?
I
Yeah.
think they're just being hyperbolic.
Yeah, I agree, yes.
And I think it.
No, the cards will keep track of. Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah, so I don't know. You know what? I like the ones that Van Ryder has put out.
Yeah, those are
It's
graphic.
like a graphic novel. It
adventures.
tells you a story. You kind of choose where you go in the story, and at the front of those, you can track some things.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually,
like
we
how
will
much
be-
life you've got.
We will be talking about one of those. They have one on Kickstarter, but that's next
Oh,
week.
okay. So anyway, those are neat. They're very well put together, gorgeous illustrations.
Yeah.
This seems very similar to that, and there might be more content in these, because to be fair, those aren't that big, those Van Ryder ones.
Right.
I'm concerned about a couple of things. I think it looks pretty dry, though I guess you could call that thematic. I'm also concerned about this is simultaneously being done in English and Italian, I believe they said.
Yes.
And
I think
is this
Italian
company
the
an
original.
Italian company?
Yes.
I believe so.
And
yes.
so that always concerns me. Anything that has a lot of text
Especially if it's a text
from
based game.
a non-English speaking company, I'm always concerned about that translation, right?
Sure.
That's my problem. I also don't think a deck of cards tied to this is particularly thematic. Why a deck of cards? I mean, Cthulhu and a deck of cards?
I'm telling you, if you've not
Maybe
played,
a tarot deck.
if you don't
but
play many board games, that's something that's when someone first hears about that, it kind of blows your mind. I remember the first time I used a deck of cards in a role-playing game years ago, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, this is a different way to use a deck of cards."
The
Good.
randomizing element. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's it too.
I'm going to wait for their follow-up, Lovecraft's Dominoes.
Time for our dice project of the week.
Oh,
We already
okay, what
did
do we-
one. This was these
This
are
one doesn't fold.
Gemstone Dice featuring mysterious runes.
So basically one custom face.
So do you get
That-
those things?
come on
up
now,
top?
if you're gonna show me your dice,
Scroll up just a little bit.
That-
And make sure that the faces aren't basically blown
That
away
is-
by the
yes.
light. Yeah.
That
I
is-
can't even see the dice in that picture. Sorry, go ahead.
No, do you get these here? The first 30 people, you get the stone to make your own dice. Who's going to do that?
Roy.
I promise
candidate.
in each layer that if you are the first 30 people in this layer, you will get the raw stone to make these dice. So
I think what they mean to say in a
you're
very
going to get these
weirdly
stones that the
phrased.
dice were made out of.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, we're not going to send you just a
Right.
stone. We're
Right.
sending you the dice
But
and a
here's the
sample of the kind of stone that it's made from.
Okay. So here's my follow-up question. Why?
Okay.
Because it probably looks cool on a shelf. Like,
I think these dice look
I don't
cool,
know.
but the problem is I cannot read the faces.
Yeah.
they're
that one-
runes. They're not supposed to be able to read them.
That's
You use
correct.
them to enchant.
These
things
are
with.
so mysterious.
Like, why
you can't
is the
read them.
arrow on these also? It's like a 19. Thanks.
could be
I
a
guess
61
Could have been a
instead,
61.
Tom.
You're right.
Oh, it's a
You're
little
right.
house. It's a roof, not an arrow.
The roof. The
That's what it
roof.
is. 61.
Are these $65?
Yes.
Like actual American dollars you have to spend?
Well, you get 7 dice. They're made of jade.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's move on.
I don't know.
Okay, now this is a.
Heroes of Barcadia.
This one is doing really well.
It's really. I mean, this might hit $1 million.
That's bank.
I think it would
I
hit
wanted
$1
to
million.
play this game with Stephen Bonacor because he would die in game. Because the whole point of this is you
Yeah.
have
When you die, you lose health as you will in these. You have to drink. Your levels are those.
But you would
layers.
forget. You'd be sitting there like, oh no.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's like
I
you're
love
gonna keep
it.
running into walls. Oops!
I know.
Oh, it's a
I
pit of
guess I died
spikes.
again. Let's roll up another character.
Here, let me borrow your sword. Doink! Yeah,
Now, that
there you
being
go.
said, I tend to I think this artwork is silly and cute.
Yeah,
I think actually the filling of the cup is a clever idea.
I gotta tell you, I'm not sure there's much game here, but I don't think there needs to be because this is an excuse to drink with your friends and roll some D20s. I think this is actually pretty brilliant. I
This
really, really do.
This is the best looking
By the way, you don't have to
drinking game.
use-
It does not
You
have to
don't
be
have to use
alcohol.
alcohol,
You can
like
use milk.
chocolate.
You can use whatever you
That's
This is
want.
the best looking
You really could,
drinking
though.
game I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah, yeah.
They normally look
And it's
terrible.
waterproof.
It's waterproof.
Yeah, I
which is
love
smart.
that.
Yeah.
These games always usually look just like terrible, silly excuses to
Right.
get hammered.
And there are some really funny puns too, actually.
This looks, well written. I like the artwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like the idea
I may
of the.
get this,
I like the
actually.
idea of you, like the tracker being the thing, which is
Right.
never something I haven't seen. This looks fun. I mean, silly, but that's okay.
It's really hard to get the tone right on games like this, and this
Yeah.
is one of the only ones that seems to do it, right? It's not like they're trying to be too edgy. It's not like they're trying
Yes.
to like wink at themselves too much. It's just like, hey, this is a pretty cute idea. We think you might like it. It's I don't know. It just
like
gets
that
the
it
right
doesn't-
tone.
You know what I like about it? It doesn't come across mean-spirited.
Right.
It's not one of those games where they feel the need to constantly remind you this game ruins friendships.
Right.
It's just goofy.
Yeah,
It seems,
Oh, the Drinkolich.
I like that about it. I like
Yeah.
that it seems lighthearted.
Right.
It knows it's silly. It's kind of sweet and silly. I'm okay with this. I like it.
Yeah.
Tom,
No, this
get
is-
this. And I'll you bring the game. I'll bring the
So you're saying
chocolate
I've never
milk.
drunk? Oh, chocolate milk. Got it.
I will bring the definitely just apple juice.
All right. Skeptics relaunch. We talked about this the
we
first
did
time.
cover it the first time. Okay,
I didn't
good.
know they canceled it, but I remember
Okay.
saying that I thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was concerned. I'm thinking this is what I said. Maybe I did.
Right.
I was concerned about gameplay. I think it's a neat idea. Going into a house, is there ghosts or not? I don't
Right,
believe
right.
there is, but
Yeah, I think we covered this the same week that there was another project that had a similar theme that I liked better, but I did think this was
so since there isn't a similar project, this went up for Mike.
No. I don't know. I mean, it could be good, but it's hard to tell. I don't
Looks like
really
I have
get
a
a good.
lot of bits.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
It's a list of just sort of bits. Keeps going.
There's a lot of text on some of these
Text on the
cards, too.
cards,
Play
yeah.
any turn before the ghost appears. Add a blue marker to any space on the board. If the ghost and the players occupy the space of the blue marker, players in the space add one clue die to all player act. Blah, 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 blah. That's a lot.
Let's go back to the drinking game.
All right.
Yeah.
I could definitely go for
Deliverance,
some
the game of
water
spiritual
with lemon.
warfare. So I met the designer of this. We actually had breakfast with him last year at Dice Tower West. I remember that. So this is kind of a Christian-ish dungeon crawl.
Okay.
So your angels and demons fighting each other. It's getting a lot of buzz because usually games that are based on this theme are pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Pretty terrible. And this, even if you don't care specifically about the theme, I think you could agree that this at least has a slightly different theme than most of these games do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a well put together page too.
got
I mean,
a good look.
Yeah, it really does. It's
Oh, hold up.
the metal coins.
Ooh, hey, go back up.
Wow,
The
this
10 rings, Tom.
No.
Wait, what happened there? Hang on, let me...
Thing.
Nothing.
Boom!
Yeah, and I do like the cover. I think it's a sharp looking project.
Yeah, the art in this is really good. I think we have a piece of it sitting around here for a while, or at least I don't remember. But
Possible.
yeah, I like how this looks. This one is definitely interesting to me because I talk all the time about there being all these dungeon crawls and they're all the same.
Yeah, all the same. That's true.
And this one doesn't feel that way. Also, I'm hopeful because again, I want more games personally that have this kind of theme. So we'll have to wait and see.
That are good.
Yeah,
That are good.
that are
Yeah.
Sure.
I can get plenty that aren't good.
Yeah.
Right.
Just shake a stick and they come out. All right, 2 minutes to midnight. Now, I love the name of this straight up because
Okay.
this, if you don't know, there's the Doomsday
Sure, the
Clock,
Doomsday
which
Clock,
is
yeah.
they move it like seconds to midnight based on how close Cold War was.
Right.
I don't
It's
even know what
minutes,
this.
It's a
minutes.
DEF CON thing. Yeah.
I don't even know. No, but they move it by seconds. They'll, like, oh, things got worse. 5 seconds. I don't know that. Is it still a thing?
I'm not sure we're supposed to know if it's still a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, I like that concept. I like the Cold War. I don't like that humongous
like the
amount of
theme
text
of the
on the
Cold
cards,
War.
but that's a solo thing.
Right. You like the theme of the
No,
Cold
no,
War.
he
You don't
likes
want to
the
just like
Cold
continually.
War.
Yes, I like the theme. of
Let's
the Cold
bring
War.
back the Cold War. Tom Bassett. So
That
this
board looks.
Twilight Struggle.
Oh my
much?
word, that's Twilight Struggle
Yeah,
the
no
board.
kidding. Kidding,
That's
yeah.
my biggest issue. As I look at it, it's like this really looks like Twilight Struggle to me.
That is a concern because it's very similar in many regards. It's the same theme.
Yeah.
The
It
board
looks
is the same.
so similar, yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
But also the graphic design, I have a slight problem with it. That looks very,
Wargamey.
no, not wargamey, but
It's like a tech tree, but it's just a real
spreadsheet.
dry one, yeah.
yeah, but it looks like paint almost. Like they,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not well.
Like Microsoft Paint, you mean,
yeah,
is
like
what you're saying?
like the graphic design in this game is not very good.
Yeah.
But they're using that font, Tom. If you were making a Cold War game, you have to use that font.
That is true.
Which
That is
font?
true.
To go back down with the one that said that one. No, go the next one. Bloop, that one.
Oh, the yeah.
The Cold War Russian
Right,
font.
The Russian font, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Orange Swan, Pacific, 1941 to 45. This is a war game that. This one's been getting some
Doing really
cash.
well.
This is like a block war game.
Yeah.
This company, Vento Nuovo Games, I don't know much about them. I don't like the cover.
That cover is really bad. I was going
hate
to
the
mention it.
cover. Hate
It's
the cover.
such a weird, like, it looks like a joke
Yeah,
cover.
the scale is
It's like the
way
lean
off.
out of like the one person in the center, and then everybody else is like boo 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 boo.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching the cartoon where they like they approach the door, and, like one person goes and then another head and then
Yeah,
another
yeah,
head. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what is this?
I'm not sure what's happening in that cover, but yes.
Look at the size of that board, though.
It's-
You are
You
getting.
thought you knew big games? You know nothing.
If we put a top on this table,
Correct.
that would not fit.
No. No.
What table are those guys sitting at?
We should try. I'm in.
How long is the game? Does it say?
What's the scale? Do you look at the
13
dice?
hours per
The what?
turn.
Dice that are beside them had to be really huge if that's.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
It
yeah.
points out. The guy like, all right.
Yeah, I think it might just they might not. You might not know how big it is. From
No,
that.
it tells you here. 125 by 84 centimeters.
Oh, it's in centimeters? That means nothing to me. Here we go.
You think I would be able to do this in my head?
No,
Sorry.
I can't
So
even.
it's
I can't even pretend.
It's
I can do it.
84 centimeters. That's 33 inches. That's almost 3 feet. Oh no, we could fit that on this table then.
It's not that big, I think.
All right, that
It's
picture.
a big board.
That
but
picture was deceptive then.
Yeah, there's the scale is off on this whole thing.
the funny thing is, those people are very small.
I don't like these. The dots I think are a little
Especially in that pattern. It's like,
it's like, hello. Yeah, no, this is like, it's not probably in our wheelhouse, right? I mean, none of us are like real.
I still want to know how
wargamers.
long it is.
Oh, it's long. It doesn't say at the top
That's
what the length
ENW
of it.
Toll. ENW Toll.
Mm-hmm.
Friend of Ian O'Toole.
It's obviously doing well. I mean, it's 67 grand, so there's a fair amount of interest for people that are into the war games.
oh my God.
All right, Nexum Galaxy. We talked about them
There we
last
go.
week. There was a contest, which
Yes.
is over by now. This is a sci-fi 4X game, which says it's explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. I need to say that because people ask every time I don't.
They do, and it's also important, I think, to mention that the base game is a 3X. You need the expansion for it to be a 4X.
So which X is the
Go
extra
scroll
X?
right up, Nick. Or, why did I say Nick? Scroll up.
Who's Nick?
I have no idea. My son is Nick, but I don't know what.
He is old. He's calling me his son's name.
I know. I don't know what's going on.
This was it. This
It
was
says
the moment Mike finally
now you
became
see it.
old.
We had it all live. Brings 3 of the X's to this type of game as you expand, exploit, and exterminate, and then right below it 4X. Well, but that's when you add the expansion.
What?
So
Okay, which one are they
X
missing?
is the expansion?
Now I got to go up and look
Is
at
it
them.
Explore.
Expand, explore.
Explore, yes. So
It should be expand.
you're not exploring.
How
unless-
is the extra X not the expand in the expansion?
Seems like a missed opportunity.
Hello.
That seems like a missed
Okay.
opportunity. Yes.
I am a little confused about the circles there. I'm not a big OCD player, but that
Yeah.
bugs me a bit.
Sure.
Other than that, I don't know. This is one of those wait and
see,
sees for me.
3X, then 4X.
Okay, I get it. I like the color.
Mike is.
I want to keep going so bad. I'm not going to. All right. Yeah. It looks okay. There's nothing
It
about
could
this.
be good.
Sure, it could be. I guess I feel like I have no idea how the game plays. Well, I guess I do. It's a 4X game. I guess I have somewhat of a sense on how it plays.
Yeah, right.
Still waiting for the
There's
perfect
something
4X
about
game.
I don't know what it is, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. There's something about these like deep space, generally black games,
Right.
with no matter what the configuration of the stuff is on it. It's like a bunch of planets or a bunch of discs or whatever it is, like
Right.
a hexagon within a hexagon within a hexagon, but it's that like deep space blackness with a bunch of white dots.
Yeah.
That whenever I look at those games, I just glaze over.
Sure.
I can't help it. I don't own a single one that looks like that,
Yeah.
Don't care.
and I've never been so offended in my life.
No, I don't know. I would certainly play this. I would give it a shot.
I like the Point of Planets look.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, last one is not a Kickstarter project. It is GameFound.
What?
And it's doing really well, although I
It
keep
is.
saying that line in GameFound,
That is a little off. Yes.
because it's in the same spot Kickstarter lines are, I'm like, oh man, this game's barely funding.
Yeah. No. It's definitely doing.
But
That
that's-
throws me off.
That
so
line
much.
is the length of time left, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, I believe so.
That being said, this launched either today or yesterday. That's really good for a single day.
It is, and it's a continuation of a game series that I am not familiar with at all. Have you, either of you?
I
heard
have
of
not
this
played
game?
it, but I want to because of giant dinosaurs and whatever these things are. It looks like a Monster Hunt game
It
almost.
does. It really has that look, and the minis look fantastic, and it's going to be another one of those big honking games. Though I think if you
Every time I go to GameFound, I really like the way they show off their pledges.
well, sure, yeah, the design of the page or the organization of the page is really nice.
So you can get the older Wild Ascent games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this ever crossed our desk. I don't think this came
I'm not
through.
familiar with it at all, but apparently many.
My only
people
concern with the minis, I think the minis look great, but they definitely are. There's very few smooth skin spots on any of these. They
Sure.
were like, oh, I got a little bit of extra room here. I'll put a boil on it. I'll put a bone protruding. Everything
Yeah,
is.
right.
There's something on that.
They're wild creatures.
They
Tom.
are wild creatures.
They
yeah.
might look much better painted though. Like look at that unicorn for example. That's kind of cool, but
It almost looks like it has a wash on it, though.
They do look that way. I wonder if they come with a wash.
I do wonder, yeah. Because those look washed to me.
Definitely feel like after I handle these, I need to
Oh,
wash.
go back to the fire toad. That's
look
Z's
gross.
favorite right there. How about that fire toad? You like that?
I like it.
You like that?
we're gonna get that painted.
That's right. Onion monster.
There's a horsey looking
Oh, there's
one.
a bile beetle.
The
That's
bile
horrifying.
beetle.
That's disgusting. Lava fiend.
Yeah, this is definitely though a do you like minis project.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
sure
sure.
I mean the game may be good or not, but they are really pushing the minis.
Yeah, also, I mean, the more you keep scrolling, the more I'm like, this is just too much for me. It's like 850,000 cards.
Look at this. They just keep going with
It's
the
just
pillars.
so much
Now they're selling me
stuff.
home accessories.
Right, yeah.
Here's a chair.
Oh, a
You
patio
can look.
furniture.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow. This is a candelabra.
Yeah.
When does it stop? Oh, there's more!
It never stops, Tom.
Fire Lords and Wisps!
Oh, my
What
goodness.
is
a
that?
Twin dragon.
That's a pretty cool mini.
That's a giant toothpick.
That's correct.
Scenery.
There we go.
But wait, there's more!
This is like kind of exhausting. I'll be honest
Amazing.
with you.
Oh, there's the dinosaur stuff.
Jeez.
They look good though.
They look
Whoa.
good.
Whoa, that
That's
mammoth!
that's a mammoth,
How
yeah.
big are these things, I wonder?
I don't know.
Look at that. They keep getting larger. Eventually, they're like, couldn't
Off
show
the
this.
screen, yeah.
This is its eyeball.
Oh, now
we're
we
not
get to the gameplay overview.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
That's when
It
you
does
know.
look kinda
That's when
cool
you know
there.
what comes first.
We're like halfway through the page according to that menu on the side there. My goodness. I mean, this is overwhelming to me personally, but
It really
Hey, look,
is.
if it's not a campaign, though, I would like playing it, I think. I mean, I see it as a campaign, but
yeah. Wow.
why didn't we ever see this? I don't think we ever got this.
I don't believe we did, no. And from the looks of it, we're the only ones who didn't. Wow. My goodness.
Oh, there's a section-
here we go. Now I got the
I love
scale.
this section. It's called
They're gonna-
miniatures.
they're gonna
What
have-
have you been showing me
Right.
so far?
For the scale, they're going to have a house, then the minis.
Wow, that's 170. My word.
That is hilarious.
They're going to show a baby and the miniatures eating it.
That's a lot of stuff.
I'm actually very interested in this, though.
All right.
By the way, though,
It's
one thing I do like,
exhausting.
again, look. Woo,
I'm
gameplay
tired just from
review.
looking at that game.
Miniatures.
Yeah, you just.
Here's the pledge.
Yeah, that is-
I
love
like
Game
that a
Bound.
lot.
That
That's
is-
beautiful,
that is
but
great.
I am tired of that game just from scrolling through the page.
All right.
I feel
I'm
like
like-
I've played it now.
Yeah, I feel like, oh, I'm good. This was a nice play. Let's play again in like a month.
How much you think it is to back everything?
$600.
$680.
I'm going to say $600.
$369.
For everything?
Well, that's the Lavon Rising. It has the core game and all these
But
expansions.
does it have all the old stuff, too?
I guess I'm thinking of add-ons. There's a bunch of add-ons, I bet.
Oh.
Not
I've got
really.
to say, that's not as much as I would have expected.
That's a lot of minis.
Yeah.
I'll have them painted
Go through
tomorrow.
the minis again. Let me see how many minis.
All right. We got some non-board game stuff to look at, and we'll be back in a moment to look at that. Meanwhile, Mark is going to come talk. While Mark's coming, check the comments. I'm going to put a link to the project so you can vote on your favorite. And I'm not putting in the non-board gaming projects because I don't want to keep seeing those
Right.
win over.
Yeah.
They're too good. Many of those things, such as Fingerbot,
Correct.
better than board games.
Well, clearly.
Better than a lot of things.
I don't think we reviewed the finger. Here's Mark. Look in the comments for the poll.
Hey folks, welcome back to our Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark, and today we've only got one game to look at, so let's head into deep space and check out Velocity Vanguard. So at first glance, this might look like your typical spaceships on a grid tactical strategy game. However, there's a ton of different types of gameplay here, from cooperative to all-out battle and so forth. Now, the thing is that you have these ships, right? Obviously in space that you are controlling, and not only that, but you get to customize them, make them your own. You have all kinds of modules you can add to the ship, make them weapon heavy or shield heavy, or you're just transferring cargo, so you're going to add a bunch of cargo spots to your ship. So lots of different ways to customize that way, and also with your different types of crew, and also your captains all have special abilities and different things you can employ as you move through the galaxy and fulfill the mission requirements. Now, all the components, the ships, all the boards, incredibly beautiful. One of the best looking prototypes that I've ever worked with. So you got to check it out, because in this final published version, it's going to be just incredible, I suspect. Now, the fact that you have so many different mission types makes the gameplay endless. You definitely have that sandbox feel to it. But they handle inertia in this game. Not that they're the first ones to do that, but the way they do it is super elegant. You've got a star map board basically where you're moving your tokens for your ships, and then you have corresponding tokens out on the main board as you track where they've been and where they're going to end up on the next turn. Just the way they handle this mechanism is just beautifully done. So, if you like big space exploration games with combat and story-driven missions, this is one to check out. Now, we do have an honorable mention. We've got another game. It is a published game, though. It is Quest of Yore Barley's Edition. This is a straight-up an RPG with a fantastic entry-level system for new gamers. Quest of Yore is based on the Onward Disney movie, so if that at all intrigues you, definitely go check out the preview. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please go check out my full preview. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
That alien was playing Barcadia
I was
Quest.
just going to say that. That alien was playing the bar game.
My life is depleting. Oh no!
Was he remote controlling it?
Maybe, I guess. He recalled it with his mind, but he was slightly inebriated. so-
E.T. phone bar.
All right. YSMART Bullet, a magnetic quick release micro flashlight.
Oh, whoa, Mike. What? Whoa.
Is this something you're supposed to like put on your keychain? Did they show that?
Yes.
I don't know though that light is much better than say the one on my phone.
It says 100
Yeah,
lumens.
The idea is that it's
It's
more
magnetic.
practical.
Look, can your phone
it's just
pick up
faster.
a sledgehammer, though, Tom?
It's just that's the idea, right?
Right.
You can just sort of like break the magnet,
Yeah.
and bam, it's on.
I think it's a pretty
I
slick little
like
idea.
it.
I actually think it's a pretty slick
How much
little
is it?
idea.
Did you look at the price?
I did not.
It's probably not cheap. Like,
$50.
It's in pounds.
Well, no,
so I'm
a
out.
copper one is
how much is the copper?
$37.
$37.
Is
Take
vials not included? What vials?
Wait, whoa. I need a vial.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I think if I'm going to pay $36 for copper, I'm going to pay the extra $10 for titanium.
Oh, because you're such a titanium expert.
Whoa, what a
What are you
snob.
talking about? Copper is
What
better.
Come on now.
Copper is
Everyone
better.
knows.
Yes. Copper
Because
is
it's antibacterial.
correct.
All right. It's just kind of a cool
Can you
project.
believe this? You think you know somebody, Z? Yeah, I think it's.
I'd
I
rather
think this
pay
is
for
pretty.
titanium. What's wrong with you, man? I like my aluminium the way I like my
Do
copper.
you want one
Like
of
your
these?
dice.
It
Fold
says December 2021. This could be a Christmas present for 2023.
Exactly.
I like when they call something virtually indestructible because I immediately think, oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Is that right?
Give me that sledgehammer.
Yeah.
We'll-
This is the word
we
virtually
can put that to
there.
the test. We can find out. I think it's a pretty slick little project. I like it.
I like it too, Tom. You don't like it?
It's okay.
This is neat. I love something so neat, practical, and I guess I just like the way this
Oh, wait,
seems to
there's
be
the
made.
vials. So what's the difference between vials and non-vials? Okay, due
Has
to
the
legal
light then.
restrictions, we can't supply something vials. But if you could
Tritium.
attain it legally, then simply
And
place
safely.
it. What is that? Now I'm very, very intrigued about what this stuff is that may or may not be legal.
What does it say? Tritium?
Yeah, I thought so. It sounds like something was made
Why
up.
do they keep talking about these vials? Does the thing not work
I
without
need to
them?
know what the vials
Must
are.
have the vial.
Must drink from the vial.
right.
Welcome the new overlord, Tritium.
A tritium vial.
Yeah, let's find out what a tritium.
Tritium.
Okay.
From Etsy, of course.
Of course it is.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's perfectly legal in Etsy.
It looks like they're like little glow-in-the-dark things.
It's gonna be that stuff that's in
People
the,
ask, are tritium vials legal? In the U.S., there are no legal sources of non-sealed vials. They must be sold directly from a licensed distributor.
Wow. Also, Tom, you're on a list. I think that this is that stuff that you kind of break and shake, that type of stuff. That
yeah,
That must be like a
phosphorescent
cheap
stuff.
version of it, though.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, okay.
I'm getting you one of these for Christmas,
Why
but
is
I need your
so
credit card to
expensive,
order
it
it. All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Okay, cool. I like it.
More
oh,
lights.
there it
Looks
is.
like it's more.
Tritium. It's a bottle of
Drinkable
tritium.
tritium.
Loopiott. Light up your bottles to the rhythm of music. And I'm going to just jump here a little bit into the video to show you. There you go.
Pretty sure that's not how you spell rhythm, but okay. Yeah, getting jiggy with it.
I don't know why it has to be in a bottle, though. Like
Because anybody doing this is clearly drinking. Is why.
Yes, exactly.
Is the bottle the thing that's blinking or the thing underneath it?
The thing underneath it.
Is
It's
the
a
bottle
light source.
blinking?
It's using the bottle.
I know how glass works.
Let me explain it one more time, okay?
I know how glass works.
Hey, I know what a marble is.
You just found out about tritium, and we've known about it a long time. So I wouldn't bet on you knowing glass.
I'm sorry, but the last thing I think you need after drinking a beverage of that type is something to make you more disoriented.
Strobe light.
Now that we've got all the booze and everyone's in the room, close all the windows and doors. Turn off the lights.
Let's up the challenge on exiting this room now, right?
All right. This is actually a cool-looking watch, I thought.
This
yeah,
was
but the video was
thing I saw all week.
This
was this
out,
video.
Yeah, I don't know what was
Did you
going
watch
on.
it?
No, I just looked at
really long.
It's 3.5
and it
minutes.
has nothing to do with the watch.
They're walking through Chernobyl. Literally.
It's like a person going through Chernobyl. They literally find a dead body, like that they walk by, and I'm like, are y'all trying to sell me a watch?
Yeah, forget about walk over the dead body to
Maybe
get to the
they
watch.
found like the plans for this.
Yeah, they found the watch.
They found
but
the watch.
also, whoever made this, your dream, my good friend,
No,
is to
look,
be a filmmaker, not a watch manufacturer.
He's wearing fingerless gloves there. He is
That's
not
true.
in Chernobyl.
That's true.
Oh, clearly this isn't real. Yeah, no, none of us were thinking
Anyway,
this was real.
I think it's a cool-looking watch. That's why I put it on the thing.
But it's so.
I wouldn't get
not
it.
gonna
It's so
work. This is
impractical.
gonna be
it's
such a gimmick.
It's gigantic, right?
This is gonna be a huge gimmick.
Right. Early
This will break.
prototype.
Plus, when this breaks, you hit this on something.
Right,
And it breaks. You're done.
You got tritium all over the table at that point. And that is illegal.
These tubes are fragile.
They are.
Yeah, I do agree on that. This is the kind of thing I think you'd wear to like a special event to like show off. It's obviously a steampunk.
Yeah, also, I don't understand
Get together.
how in the video when he's walking to this, they show him literally stepping on glass vials. I'm like, okay, well, that's just showing what's going to happen to your watch.
Yeah, don't show us
You're
that.
going to walk on your watch, right? I don't know.
All right.
This looks it looks like a prop for a movie or something.
Yes, that's true.
I just don't think I want one.
I didn't say I was going to
I
buy
want
it.
to wear one in
I just
the
said
movie.
it looked cool.
I want to wear one in the movie that these
Correct.
guys are clearly making, because that's what you are.
Also,
The watch was made of.
It's quite pricey. It's $349.
Oh, it's because it's made of weapon-grade aluminum.
Oh,
What weapons are made from aluminum?
moving on. All right.
A wooden crossbow.
Here is Sidekicks.ai. Here's where they're, they're trying to reach into the future here. My suspicion with this is it would be cool and fun for about 2 or 3 days, and then I would be done with it.
I'm worried that it's too inexpensive, as odd as that sounds, because that makes me think, how can it do all the things that's making it look like it can do for 60 or 70 bucks? The one thing that is interesting, though, did you see the tech partners that are involved in this? I mean, there's some big names there. It's like you got Intel, you've got IBM Watson. Now, how involved are they?
I don't think,
in
no.
that,
They're not tech partners.
Oh, they're
they
tech
bought
partners.
Intel processors.
Okay.
And that's what's in these.
All right.
And they're probably like, old models. I'm sorry, this is... I don't want to say this is a scam. I don't want to say that, okay?
Right.
In fact, this is me saying this is not a scam.
Right.
But this looks like way too good, way
It
too
does.
advanced, too amazing
For 80 bucks.
for them to be like, oh, and yeah, you can get this for $80, and yes, we just happen to be 5 years ahead of Apple. No, okay, this is crazy. Like if Amazon came out with this, I'd lose my mind.
No, I see. I disagree with you. I think this exists. I just don't think it's as good as they're going to say it is.
Well, that's my
And
point.
also, is it going to learn that well? We already have Alexa. By the way, Alexa, turn off the computer. Not our Alexa. It's not in the room. We're good.
I don't think you should toy with Alexa like that. You have no idea the powers of Alexa.
Anyhow,
I'm going to have to now find a chicken and rub
I'm
it all
saying
over
that
this table.
if this hooked up to Alexa and gave Alexa a personality, I could see it. Like this is a, or whatever the competitor to Alexa is. What is it?
Google Home?
Yeah, what's the Google Home thing called? Is it just Google Home?
Nest?
Nest?
Anyway, I don't know.
I don't know.
But if it hooked up to one of those, and then you could name it, but it used that power of Alexa, that would be interesting to me.
Maybe.
As it is,
Tell you what, though, if you order this and bring it into this studio, you're going to have a lot to answer to Fingerbot, because that's going to be very, very...
It's going to be like, you own a Fingerbot. Would you like me to increase its productivity?
Would you like
and
to
suddenly
make it
you'll realize
useful in some
Fingerbot
way?
has grown an extra
Right.
finger, and eventually it's a whole hand, and it's like it becomes a whole person. I mean, I'm talking like Clive Barker
Correct.
thank you.
levels of horror.
Books of
Also,
blood.
this is just a pane of glass that's having an image shot at it from below. This is crap. It looks, I mean, again, they're selling this thing like it's the second
He
coming.
was trying so hard there. He's like, I'm not saying
Look,
it's a
this
scam.
is not a scam.
It's crap.
This is crap.
Yeah, no, come on, man. You cannot sell me this kind of just completely revolutionary tech for $80.
Also, I don't like how it looks. I don't like that image.
No, but scroll up, because it was how to train a dragon right there. That's still how you can train a dragon right there. Isn't it?
Yeah,
That's a
I
rip-off
think
of I
so.
Can Train a Dragon, just like she's a rip-off of the person from Incredibles.
Correct.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. I'm glad this is
So
a
they're,
scam.
they're projecting here. They're like, just like these
Right.
are rip-offs of those.
We'll be introducing a new character.
All right. Do you want to keep some bees indoors?
What could possibly go wrong, folks?
Who? I'm sorry. I think keeping bees is actually a pretty interesting idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, it's great.
Why would you want to do
Outdoors.
it indoors, though?
Because
Look,
it's
you know what-
warm out there, all right?
You know, this room is nice, but you know what would really tie everything together?
The constant hum of
A
bees.
swarm of angry bees.
I think this actually. I would like to, if I went to a museum and had this, I would be fascinated. I'd be like, wow, look at the bees. In my
could
house,
sleep
the
in
whole
there,
time
though.
I'd be sitting thinking, no.
See, I thought...
What if tonight is the night the bees get out?
It only takes one bee to get out, too. You hear, anytime you hear buzzing in a house, you're like,
You run upstairs. The bees are out. Oh no, it's okay. It's still intact.
I would mess with that person all the time if they owned them. I'd just start screaming, the bees!
See, I feel inferior now, because in my foyer, I've got an empty 2-liter bottle filled with murder hornets. And I thought that looked good, but now, great. Time to change my decor.
The thing is, I think this is actually pretty cool. I want to give them credit for this idea.
It's a neat
I
idea.
could see having this again if I had like a shed or
This
an
isn't
outside
that
porch.
great of an idea.
I'll tell
Okay,
you
let's
what.
start there.
Look-
This is
look-
not that great of an idea. It's a box.
Look at this right there. Go
No,
back up, Tom.
I
Go
will
back
not. No, people can look at
It's a
themselves.
box.
Because look,
Okay.
that should be your headboard. Above your bed, you should have 2 panels
I like
filled
that.
with thousands of bees.
All right.
I like
Let's
it,
talk
Mike.
about
I like it.
Volcano Superfoods. But before we talk about Volcano Superfoods, we should mention that months ago we took a look at maple syrup in a
We
bag.
did. Oh, we should have brought it in here. I've got it
Yeah,
sitting
what's
on my
it called?
desk.
Embark?
I think it's Embark. Yeah.
Yeah, look it up, actually. You can probably look up the page for
Yep.
it.
I'm going to get rid of the bees here, okay? So we have
no.
Embark, Kickstarter, maple syrup. That should be. There we go.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so I back these. These are.
They might show how much you bagged it for, FYI.
Yeah.
No. I'm signed out.
Okay.
So basically, this was some sort of maple syrup in a thing. I got 2
Beautiful
flavors, although
packaging, yeah.
we haven't tried salted coffee because I didn't get it, and the blueberry ones came with stuff on it.
There we go.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh my gosh, you got maple syrup everywhere. The bees. Somebody relist the bee.
I've got 2 hands. He found a way to not get it in either of them. All right, that was my fault. Yeah, so this was that Embark syrup. Yeah.
That coffee one sounded good. You didn't get that stuff?
I got the blueberry one. This is the normal one, or salted. I guess salted.
So it's salted maple energy.
Is this yours or is this Chris's? It
This
doesn't
is
matter.
probably mine.
Nobody has gone through more than like a 2
No,
tablespoons.
right.
right?
Well, they sell it as a sort of energy hydration source. When you're out biking, when you're out hiking for the day, and you need a pick-me-up, you need a little boost, a little hydration in your day, suck on a tree.
So the
Maple
ingredients,
syrup.
the ingredients here are
My word.
organic maple syrup and sea salt. So I
That's
cracked
it.
this open, and I took a healthy swig. Right?
You took a small swig. There's no way you took
We
a
all
healthy
had.
swig.
No, I think Mike might have gone a little
I had the
deeper.
biggest. I think I had the biggest swig. My body was going, yeah. My brain was going, you're drinking maple syrup.
Right.
It's delicious.
Like
It's
how much
also
of yours have you had?
maple syrup.
I've had
Like
one
3
sip.
little swigs.
It's not specially formulated. It's not like
It's just maple
drinkable.
syrup.
It's literally maple syrup. Like
Yeah.
just drink. Go if you have a bottle of maple syrup at home, you can get close to this experience.
All right.
Open it up,
Put salt in it.
put salt in it,
On?
and drink it.
All right, so the only reason we brought that up is because we should follow up on the few of these we back. This one reminded
This
us
is
of
from
it.
the
It's not.
same people.
No, it's not.
It is not.
This is fermented chili paste. This one, please don't take a healthy swig
don't
of,
drink
okay?
this. Yeah, it's not meant to be drinking there. Yeah.
No, fermented chili paste is actually, I would use this on stuff because I like that flavoring and stuff.
I think this sounds. I mean, I think this is pretty neat. Actually, I think this would be, a nice. You add it to your food. You flavor up some food, and
Yeah,
it gives it
I
some
agree.
depth of flavor.
I don't know
and-
why it needs to be in a squeezable pouch, though. Why
Yeah,
can't they just put it in a plastic bottle?
Because Embark had leftover pouches,
Correct.
and they were like, "We'll buy those wholesale
Correct.
before you print those."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Send us
Send
over
us
some.
over.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it looks.
I need to go out for bibimbap.
Yeah, this stuff is good on Beat 'em Bop.
Yeah. See, but it's in a jar there, so there must be a reason why.
How much of these? I might back this. When is this coming out? October?
Are we gonna do the same thing we did with Embark, where we sit around and go, "Okay, everybody ready?
yeah.
Let's try it, okay?"
Hey, no.
All right. Last one. Creaturi Cats. If you love cats and movies, which Mike does,
I was
this is
just
the
about to
perfect
say,
combination
I love
for
cats.
you.
I
Uh-huh.
love movies.
Yeah.
I want no part of this.
Do you enjoy stealing artwork from other people? How legal is this? That's my main question.
Well, okay,
Stole that from the Podfather.
Parody is fine, I guess, right? Is
I
that-
think it's a
Parody's
parody.
fine.
It's a parody thing, yeah.
But here's the thing. Some of these I've already seen that same picture in
The
the air. Or
paws,
not that exact one.
But the same
But, like,
idea.
right.
It was a
I've seen
cat
something with
reaching up. Yeah.
paws. I've seen the cat as a godfather before. Those two I definitely have.
Jurassic Cat I have not seen, but then again, I'm not sure. I
Of
needed
all
to.
these, I think I like,
None of them?
I guess Paul's, but I would want it to be a bigger picture. I know it's made to look exactly like the movie poster, but the silence of the
Yeah.
cat that's creepy.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's a vampire cat.
Right.
With a mouse just sitting on its mouth.
It's almost like the Pet Cemetery cover from the,
Yeah,
from the book.
exactly.
Yeah.
These are all Pet Cemetery. That's the problem for me.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I'm a cat lover, but I am very much agreed that it gets overused. It's just like, throw a cat on it and see what happens, you know?
Sure.
I don't hate this idea, actually, but
I hate this idea.
how much is a
Would
poster?
be a good for.
Euros.
What would this be good
$15
for?
for
Like,
one.
what business would you be running?
Uh-huh.
And you'd look at this and go, "This is perfect for my business. I can put these up
no,
on the wall."
this is a personal thing. I can't see because
What do you? No, there's got to be something. I don't know what it is, but there's something.
an occult bookstore.
Orthodontist?
Maybe.
It ain't this bad, folks.
No, I could see like in a,
As a joke, as like I could see those somewhere.
maybe, like in a
Not at a pet
bar?
store.
You know what I mean? Like some quirky bar place?
You know what?
or-
Maybe like a movie rental, like
Yeah.
old mom and pop movie rental
back when they
place,
used to exist, yeah.
where like a cat lady runs the place.
Right.
This is in this fictitious 1982 world. Then these would all be up on the wall, and I would go in there, and she would curse me somehow. I'm really going deep here.
You
Okay.
could put them in a cat cafe. I can see that.
Let's do
Those
choice
exist,
picks of the
sure.
week. We'll start with you, Z.
My pick of the week is, I believe you say Nobel, but I say Nobel
Okay.
Prize.
I thought
Nobel
you would
Run.
pick this one because you were really
Or
taking with
Nobel Run. right?
everything about this.
Yes.
I like it. Very close was those cards I did back, the playing cards. But this is, it just looks so good. There's
fantastic.
something so charming about this.
That's very much a SpongeBob logo or look there with those letters.
Look
but
at
it's
that.
very
And plus,
cute.
it looks like it's based on real people. Like that one on the left looks like a real person. But they maintained the caricature
Sure.
nature of it.
Yes. Yeah. This
It's
is
educational in a good way. It's more inspirational educational. It's not really
I
educational.
still feel like I played a version of this somewhere, somehow.
Did you like it? Ask your that mysterious forgotten self.
Ask Alfred Noble.
What's your pick, jerk?
I'm glad. I'm glad that you picked this one, Z, because this was like I was wavering between this. So I'll pick the other one, which is the peak oil. Was it spillover? Is that what it was called?
Peak Oil
Profiteer.
Profiteer.
Yeah, spillover was a different one. So
Well, this was
yeah.
Z's 20th pick.
Yeah, probably not. I hope this is good.
This is all right.
I like the graphic design of it so much, and I thought Peak Oil was good, not great. I'm hoping this is better. But yeah, it was between this and the Nobel Run, so I'll go with this one.
All right. And mine is Deliverance.
Yeah, I
kind of
figured.
on a hopeful thing here. I mean, it doesn't have as many miniatures as the other projects.
No, but then what?
Where are the dinosaurs?
Yeah, I don't know.
More weird tree
But
creatures.
I'll tell you why this one's high on my list, because I've had a lot of people from all backgrounds, not Christians, just all different people, kind of raving about this.
okay.
A lot of people that had nothing to gain from telling me it was good.
Sure.
Because I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping this is good. It looks exciting and interesting, and it just feels different. So,
Yeah, the art is pretty impressive. I definitely would give it a shot.
All right, what do you think the people picked? I'm gonna say the Rainbow Six game. I'm sorry, the
Siege.
Six. Nobody
Probably.
says
That's
Rainbow
a pretty
Six.
popular intellectual property. I would probably go with you on that one.
I guess so. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh no, I haven't auto refreshed it.
There we go. What do we got?
Oh, Deliverance. Wow, and that's not even close.
Six Siege is barely in the top
Yeah,
5.
Heroes of Barcadia.
There you go.
Let me pull up this here so Roy can put the logo on. Where was no?
Yeah, Barcadia.
Yeah, Barcadia was. I considered that as 2.
I know, that's like up there for me, I have to say.
That was cute.
Yeah, then Nobel Run, Wild Assent got up there in 6 Siege. Big
Yeah.
Game Night, Skeptics, Pot-YUCK got 6 votes.
There you go.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice. Very nice.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that is another Crowdsurfing. We'll be back with another Crowdsurfing next week. It'll be part of our Summer Spectacular.
And for that one, we promise Mike will not sing.
I will not, but I will be drinking copious amounts of maple syrup.
Let me give you 2 things about next week's Crowdsurfing. We're going to have special guests. We're going to have 2 weeks worth of projects, because we won't be doing it the following week after that. So
Right,
a lot of stuff to
right.
talk about. Actually, those are the only 2 things.
Those are 2 big things, though, Tom.
Yes.
It's
It
gonna
will be
be-
definitely a better lineup, is what I'm trying to say.
Of people?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how to take that, Z.
Well, you're here for it, I think. Aren't you? Aren't you going to be?
My brain broke. Yeah, no, that works. That works.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to
won't.
think of a good retort.
Oh, I didn't.
Right.
Oh,
Wait a
Wow,
minute.
that was
dig
the-
on you.
my
Yeah.
word!
I
Way
get
to
it.
kill my momentum
I
there.
get it.
Thanks.
Now-
Let me get a little bit of maple.
There you go. It's all yours.
Wait, who's this guy?
I think that was mine.
All right. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Mike Delisio.
Have fun swinging maple syrup.
Maple syrup.